Yeah, with this new job, I should be able to get out riding more often, at least every couple weeks, if weather is permitting. I have more videos posted. I will probably just talk about whatever comes up during the week. I don't really have certain topics set up for anything, and it's just going to be whatever comes up. If you guys have something you want me to talk about, or you think you want to know my opinion on, let me know. I can talk about whatever. I really don't care. This week is going to be really, really difficult from what all of my coworkers have said. It's a week where it's a short week, so it's only 4 days, because today's actually Monday. The day I'm recording this is Monday. It's Memorial Day. Tuesday is going to be bad. It's going to be really busy because everyone that comes in on Monday is going to be there on Tuesday. And then Friday is going to be bad, plus it's going to be even worse because the people who come in and get like Social Security checks, and they get their they get these cards preloaded. When that happens, they basically they come in and they take their Social Security deposit from yeah, that's right. When they get their Social Security checks deposited, they take that and they load it on these prepaid debit cards. And I guess within the first couple of hours, we're going to have more transactions than we may on a whole day, depending on how many people decide to come in that day. And given that it's the 3rd, pretty much everyone is going to be in on that day. So hopefully we won't be so swamped that I have a breakdown or something. I don't know. Hopefully I can handle it and I don't get chewed out. That's my one thing. I don't want to get chewed out because I really do try really, really hard. I try to make people happy. I try to get it done quickly because I know it's your money and you want it as fast as possible and you want to get out of there. And the only way that I can do good on that is this road. I hate this, that these people fish off the side of the bridge. I get it. There's a lot of fish right here, but it is not safe, and these guys will do it. And I know that the state cops come down this road, state patrol or whatever it's called, but they don't stop them. They just let them do it, and it's really frustrating for me because even when you're riding in a car, you have to give them room. And if there's cars coming from the other direction, ooh, okay, that bit was bad there. If you're coming from the other direction, then, or if a car is coming in the other direction, you can't necessarily get over as far as you want. So, and sometimes these people just stick. I had a guy the other day, he was using a bow to fish. I don't know if you guys have heard about that, bow fishing. It's where you use literally a bow and arrow and you're trying to shoot the fish through the water. But he was doing that, and I mean, fine, I don't care, but he stuck his leg out into the road. Like, he bent over the edge and stuck a leg out, and I mean, I'm driving 55, dude, and you stick your leg out in front of my car, that's a good way to get hurt. It's really dumb, and this guy did it and didn't even think twice about it, didn't even probably realize how close he was to getting his leg clipped by a car going 55. Hopefully these people realize that there's traffic on the roads and that they've got to pay attention to that sort of thing. That road's a little nerve-wracking because it feels tighter than it actually is. And then the car behind you is like, why is this dude slowing down? That turn is actually pretty sharp for a car and or bike. And you gotta slow down a little bit. I may actually have to take a break when I get to where I'm going, just because my hands are kind of starting to cramp up a little bit. This is the longest ride I've had since I started riding. Get over in your lane, get over in your lane. Thank you. People on this road will ride across the line. They'll see a motorcycle, they don't care. They're gonna ride on wherever they want. They don't share the road, as that sign back there said. They just go where they want to go and they expect you to get out of the way. I don't think people in cars realize how hard it is for a motorcycle to actually get out of the way. Especially around a corner. If a motorcycle's going around a corner and they're in a line, it's not impossible. Let's be clear, it is not impossible to change your line. However, it can be very unsafe. If you drop your speed all of a sudden, if you brake, you could easily low side. If you lose traction and your back end comes out, that can turn into a high side pretty quickly, especially at these speeds. When these roads are as bad as they are, my tires are not getting nearly enough traction. That's just, you know, it's not necessarily the safest of roads to ride on. So when you're coming into my lane and I don't see you until we're at the apex of a corner, well, I'm going to be hugging my side of the road. I'm going to be there. And when you're coming over into my side, then that leaves very little room for me to actually adjust. Wow, I'm already here, so I guess I made good time. This is going to be really interesting up here. Hopefully I don't drop the bike. There's a lot of things going on all at once, so I'm going to shut up and just try to get through it. I really don't want to be flying over these train tracks either. I know that dude behind me is like, why are you going so slow? Well, probably has something to do with the fact that I'm on a motorcycle, dude. And it's really, really hot. Like, really, really hot. Oh. Here's that spot up here. Yeah, it's on the other side, you see. There's like chunks of the road that have been cut out, and they just filled them up with gravel, which I just ran over. And it's actually really, really rough. Even in a car, so it's not necessarily something I really want to be dealing with on my motorcycle. Oh, I can't really see. See, this car behind me is driving like a jerk. Small town mentality, they just don't see the people riding the same way, and they just do what they want. God. I do what I want, kind of thing. What's up? What's going on? Why are you driving so slow? Alright. Signal at the last second. Kind of surprised there's so many people parked on the side of the road. Maybe it's because it's a holiday or whatever. Usually when I drive through here, there's not that many people around here at all. This is the town I work in. It's small. Not a lot of people here. And yeah, there's a bank here, and that's where I work. I drive all the way here every day, back and forth. I don't mind it though. The pay is good enough that it's worth it, especially the hours. I really need to itch my nose. Do you guys ever have that happen? Get an itchy nose and it just kind of wants to bug you for 20-30 minutes? I've needed to itch my nose since I left the last town. That's not necessarily something you can do easily in a helmet. I'll bet he's turning and he's not going to signal. Yep, no signal. Stupid. I need to scratch my nose. I like it here. It's busy all the time, which kind of sucks, but overall it's not bad. Let's see, what time is it? So that took a little over 30 minutes. About 40 minutes, really. That's not bad for that drive, I think. Yeah. I thought the turn there would be this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this concrete right here is actually raised. So when you have to go across it, you got to go up over that lip. My butt is sweaty. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, give it gas, give it gas. I think I was in second gear. That's work. Now I'll go home. For such a poor area, this place has a lot of really, really nice vehicles. Nice trucks, nice boats, kind of crappy little houses, though. I don't get it. I don't know where these people live. It's clear to me that they must live somewhere off of this road, because... Oh, somebody's having a birthday party. I didn't see the bounce house. That's awesome. Oh no, that's probably the barbecue shack there. That's probably what that is. Now, on the way out of town, I really hope I don't make a fool out of myself again. I didn't on the way in, but I'm nervous because of all the way these roads are kind of set up. They're fine if you're in a car, but motorcycles just don't handle them well. A lot of little mom and pop stores around here. It's kind of nice, though. This seems like the place where you go and everyone knows your name, and what is it? Cheers? Is that... I want to go where everybody knows my name. Is that the right place? This is what I'm talking about. This hill up at the top has a stop sign, and I don't do good with hills and stop signs. Luckily, I don't think there's anybody here, so I can go. It's actually pretty flat, so that's kind of nice. And once I get back out on the road again, you know, I think I'll be set. One last turn down here, and then the one that's gotta be real slow. Yeah, that road's really crappy right there. It's interesting to me that there is a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit sign, and the road goes left. If you go straight, I think it's a dead end. I don't think it goes... Actually, it doesn't say it's a dead end, so it may not be. But you definitely got to take this corner at 15, because, yeah, these roads make me nervous. Anyways, you got stuff like a railroad and a bridge and 2 really sharp turns all there within 100 feet. But, it didn't seem like that big a deal. Let's open her up. That was fun. I should have took more time because my hands are starting to sweat and are getting cramped up again, and I need to adjust my cruise control still. So it's not a good day to have your hand cramp up on you. You know, here I am grunting at all these little bumps. They're really not that bad. They're just surprisingly worse than you think they're gonna be, if that makes sense. I mean, I expect them to be bad. So I'm kind of, maybe it's the way that I'm positioning my body on the bike. Maybe it's just, I'm old. But you hit these bikes, or you hit these bumps with the bike, and it shoves the seat up into your butt. See, this dude's on the wrong side of the road, man. God. I think that's the third person that has been on the wrong side of the road for me. Yeah, that bump was worse. Note to self, coming home is a worse ride than riding out. If you haven't figured it out, I am really scatterbrained. I have a tendency to go on a tangent where I just forget completely what I was talking about. This road takes a lot of concentration for me, since I'm still fairly new, and you know, it's nice and twisty. Don't get me wrong, this is a fun ride, but it takes a lot more effort to ride it safely than I honestly thought it would. Not that I'm really trying to complain. Get on your side of the road, man. God. This spot here, I could easily careen into that guardrail. And it's kind of scary, I have to admit. Even when I'm riding the car, this spot here freaks me out, because if you look down there, there's just nothing. You know, that guardrail is the only thing between you and about 50, 60 feet of just trees and a nasty fall. It's my first time riding this road on the motorcycle. I've said that before, but I don't know if you guys can tell I'm kind of nervous. kind of being a baby about it. It's fun though, still. When the road straightens out and just goes, it's nice. Is that a gremlin? It goes to gremlin? Pinto, maybe? Squirrel! Yeah. Alright. So here's that spot in the road that was really bad for the bike earlier. Hopefully I can find a better path going this way than the other way. Problem was I definitely hit like a groove or something and I could feel the handlebars just wanting to pull. Oh, this side's not nearly as bad. Okay. There is a car coming. Get over. I didn't even know that dude was there. It's really hard to be safe on this road when everyone around you is kind of being stupid. I'm not saying anything really in particular, I'm just kind of talking out loud, I guess. When you're riding and you see somebody down the road, like this van that passed me earlier, he's a good ways ahead of me, and there was a car in the other lane. You guys probably couldn't see it very well, but the distance between the car that was in our lane and the van ahead of me was just sitting there getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and the dude wasn't getting over. Finally he did. It's just one of those things that I'm kind of like, you know, people around here are either very stupid or have a big set of cojones on them. Because they'll just sometimes... It really ticks me off because I can't see you sometimes until I'm right up on you, and if you're on my side of the road, that's a pretty quick way to get me pissed off. And it's a pretty quick way to get somebody killed, you know? So, all you people that live in small towns or out in the rural areas, do me a favor, ride on your own side of the road, okay? I understand, like this here, when I'm in my car, I try not to hit that pothole right there. It's nasty. There's one here too. But, you know what? If I'm in my car and I see another car coming or I see a motorcycle coming towards me, you know what I do? I hit the pothole, okay? I'm not gonna take it just sitting there, you know? I'm not gonna be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm in your lane, deal with it. Because that's not how we do this. That's just not the way this works. It's not life, okay? God, I'm riding on my pedestal again. I don't know. I guess I'm just irritated because I've seen enough people riding on my side of the road that it's made me mad. That truck, see, I was doing it to that truck. I was crowding the inner lane, and I don't blame him. Because when you're riding here in a motorcycle, you know, yeah, you're claiming your lane, but you're also starting to crowd over into the other lane, and I try not to do that. Now, I know they always tell you don't ride in the middle of the lane, and I try not to do that too, but sometimes that's just where you end up, you know? Sometimes it's the safest part of the road. Now, I typically try to ride over here in the last third part of my lane, you know, 1, 2, 3. I try to ride in lane 3 here because it's still claiming my lane, you know? People will, if they see you and they're starting to encroach across the line, they'll come back over because they'll say, oh, that motorcycle's there. A lot of times. Sometimes they don't, and that's when I get irritated. But sometimes that's all you need to do is just be in your third lane here and just drive. If you ride over there in the first lane, you know, you might as well expect somebody to come over in your lane. That may even be a situation where somebody's going to come over and maybe try to pass somebody when they really shouldn't. That's one of my biggest fears on this road. We go around these big blind corners and I'm going 50-ish. But, you know, once I start getting comfortable, I'm going to probably be taking these corners at 50 or 55. And when I come around a corner and bam, there's somebody in my lane, that's not going to end well. That lady waved at me. It's nice. I think it was a lady. It probably was an old dude. I don't know about you guys, but when I go out riding, I don't see a lot of the ladies. They typically end up being old guys waving at me. I mean, maybe they're reliving their younger days. Hey, I miss my motorcycle, I miss riding, I'm gonna give that guy a wave. Or they're just saying hi, being friendly. But you don't see the ladies waving at you very often. Now they might look at you as you go by, you know, oh, what was that? But that's about it. Here's that bumpy road. Oh, God. Oh, that was actually kind of fun. Why is it that a bumpy road that really shouldn't be fun, it's kind of fun? It's probably the sound effects. I think that's it. Sound effects. I've been thinking about getting another camera, just one to mount right there on, or maybe right there, probably right there, right there. Anyways, I'm gonna mount one so that you guys can kind of see my face, but I don't do enough hand gestures. I don't hand gesture very much. Now I do talk a lot with my head. I do a lot of this, and I hope you guys aren't getting sick. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. I was thinking I might put a camera there. It wouldn't probably be a GoPro though because they're so expensive. But I was thinking one of the Action Contour something or other Roam 3. I think that's what it is. I don't know. But I figure I could put a camera there. It wouldn't be really obtrusive. It would just kind of be sitting there, and I can maybe shoot stuff behind me a little bit too. And that would be nice because then I can do my little thing. It would probably be really, really vibrating though. And be really shaky, so I probably wouldn't use a whole lot of footage off of it, but it'd be interesting. I'm going really slow. Let's speed up. Just realized I'm driving like 40. This is what happens when you're just having fun. You're just like... Oh God, I'm sorry. I sometimes turn into a little kid. This is that road that they say go 35. There's no one behind me, so I'm gonna drive slowly on it. I probably don't need to be going 35, but it's definitely sharper than the other roads are in this area. Oh, it's nice and smooth. And that's gone. Hey, highway department, why do you guys only, pave like, oh, I'm on the wrong side of the road. Sorry. Why do you guys only pave like a corner? I mean, seriously. Seriously, why do you guys only do the one corner?